Now let's talk about creating curved beams and polybeams. So if you see over here, so we talked about these commands over here, which are for creating the linear ones. But over here we have the commands for creating curved beams as well as polybeams. And the difference between curved beam and polybeam is that a curved beam is basically a part of a circle. A part of a circle. It does not have any linear components or otherwise. It's just a simple part of a circle. So for example, if we wanted to produce something like this is a curved beam. You could enter the same thing with a polybeam as well, but if that's all you need, then you could use the curved beam command as well. Now the way it works is you select one point, and then you select a point which gives the direction of the circle. So it could be either up or below this point. If it's above, then the circle will be like this. If it's below, then it will be like that. So you select this point, and then you select a point above that point, and then you select the third point, and it's going to calculate a rough radius for you, and then you can modify the radius if you wanted to. So for example, if I go to the curved beam command like that, and I select this point as the first point. Now the second point, the height of the column is 5 meters, and this distance between the two columns is 12 meters. So the middle, if I were to say 11 meters above this point, that will be basically a semicircle, because 5 meters from the column height and then another 6 meters to give the center point. So I'm basically 11 meters above this midpoint. So if I hover over this point and I say DZ 11,000, like that, and then I select the third point over there, I'm going to get a curved beam, which is going to be basically with a diameter, a radius of 6 meters, or a diameter of 12 meters. If I zoom in, I can select this and press Control W to bring it in the middle. Let's rotate this one as well. So I can bring it in the middle on both sides. And in this way, I can very easily create a curved beam. Now, when you create this, if I double click on this, you will see that inside the dialog box, it has created calculated a radius for you, 6,000. This is the minimum radius which it will support. You can give it a bigger radius than this. So if I were to change this radius to 7,000, for example, it's going to modify the radius of that beam accordingly. If I bring it back to 6,000, then that will be the original definition. So once after I've created the curved beam, I can go ahead and modify the radius as well. The polybeam, on the other hand, is different from the curved. The curved beam, if you remember, takes 3 points. The first point, then the point which defines the site of the circle, and then the third point. The polybeam, on the other hand, just asks for n number of points, where n is, I think, at least 2 or 3. So you start off by saying the first point, the second point, the third point, let's say the fourth point, the fifth point, and let's say the sixth point, and you can right click it. And when you right click it, then the polybeam is created like that for you. Now this polybeam, just like our other on-screen editing options, handles, etc., has these. So if I choose this corner point and I press Control and I choose this corner point, and I press Control and I choose this corner point, I can easily give it a chamfer of, let's say, type 3 with a radius of 500, like that. And you can see that the polybeam has been given that chamfer at those points. Now, after that, I can easily, of course, go to my edit menu and break it if I want as well. I can just go in and break it from that point, break it from that point, break it from that point, and I've got multiple polybeams which I can then use in my model. Just like you can use your handles in other objects as well, you can also use your handles over here to extend this or move the corner point, for example. That would be very similar to where you've learned how to move these handles, how to delete a corner point or add another corner point or give it a chamfer, etc. So all those modification options are available for you. It's very easy to create. Once you've created it, you can double click and change the parameters, and that's very simple.